Round 13 of the MotoGP World Championship was held at the Misano World Circuit Marco Simoncelli and was the home of the San Marino Grand Prix. Mixed weather conditions saw a whopping 140 crashes over the weekend, with 51 in Moto3, a highest of 54 in Moto2 and 35 in MotoGP, as the right-handed kink of Turn 6 saw the most riders greeting the tarmac. First up, the soaking wet warm-up session as Marc Marquez loses the front end in a puddle of standing water at Turn 3 and slides down the road, with the bike pirouetting before coming to a stop. As we ride on board with the reigning world champion, we can see his valiant efforts to save it on his elbow before eventually having to let it go. The marshals, however, did give him a helping hand to get back on track. Next up is an uncommon sight with a crash for Johann Zarco, as Turn 6 sees the Frenchman running slightly offline, tucking the front as the bike digs into the gravel trap. In slow-mo, we get a brilliant idea of just how quickly it all went wrong for Zarco before he made it back to the pits, fortunately not too long after the incident. There was huge drama in the race as the leader Jorge Lorenzo crashed out at the same corner, but this time suffers a more spectacular high side before coming to rest in the gravel. It later transpired the five-time world champion had simply lost concentration for a few tenths of a second, causing him to go down the road. He was frustrated, but otherwise okay. Turn 8 now as we see the crash that ended Alex Marquez's weekend after high-siding. He unfortunately suffered a hairline fracture to his hip and was declared unfit for the remainder of the weekend. And now it's his teammate's turn, but this time from the lead of the race as he brakes for the same corner but drops the front and crashes out. A disaster for the Italian as Tom Luti's strong result sees him closing up to within 9 points of the lead, as we now see the crash from his perspective with the bike careering through the gravel trap. The Curva del Carro caught out Dani Pedrosa in the morning warm-up as the Spaniard lost the rear on exit before it regained grip, causing him to fly over the bike, but fortunately not into the path of oncoming riders. It was a difficult Sunday for the Repsol Honda rider as he struggled to get heat into his tyres all day, something that was not aided by his small stature. The Moto3 race saw a huge number of crashes on Sunday, one of which was this high side from Kaito Toba. As we can see, the Honda Team Asia rider was sideways on corner entry and was thrown over the right side of his machine as he slid into the gravel trap with the bike leading the way. A nasty incident, but fortunately he was okay. And finally, as Gabriel Rodrigo loses the rear out of the final corner in qualifying, leaving Livio Loy nowhere to go as he launches over the bike and flies through the air. Despite Loy being unlucky to get caught in the crash, he was incredibly fortunate to have his fall broken by the bike, meaning he only suffered a broken collarbone in an incident that could have been far, far worse. It was undoubtedly one of the most spectacular crashes that we've seen throughout the entire season.